For more on the passing of Pope Francis, I'm joined now by Monsignor Anthony Figueiredo. He is a CBS News papal and a Vatican contributor. My condolences to you, but I appreciate you joining us on what is such an important day. I was surprised there to hear Pope Francis say, "What's my legacy? It's not about me, it's about the church and the legacy of the church." What, though, in your view, is the legacy of Pope Francis and his more than a decade leading the world's billion-plus Catholics?
Thanks, Errol. Thanks. This is a day of shock for us, and I appreciate your comments. The great legacy of Pope Francis, he was the people's Pope. He wanted to be with the people. He wanted to be with the underdog, those who were marginalized, those who were at the peripheries of society. And we saw that even yesterday. His last act was to go around the crowds here in St. Peter's Square, greeting, blessing, taking babies into his Pope mobile, and his very last words to give us all hope: Happy Easter. I really believe that's his greatest legacy, to give us hope.
He was given strict orders by the doctors who kept him alive during his 5 weeks in hospital. He was told to stay away from the balcony, stay away from the public, to stay in his apartment and heal. Going out and being with people would risk his health. Why do you think Pope Francis decided to do his own thing, go his own way, and make contact with people in what he likely would have known would have been his last few weeks on earth?
Absolutely. Pope Francis was a shepherd, and the shepherd who wanted to give of himself to the very end. And so in that real sense, he was his own man who did what he felt needed to be done in his heart. And he wanted to show us how to live well, particularly loving, caring for the others, but also how to die well. He's been in the hospital for 5 weeks on death's doorstep, but even in death, he said, we can continue to love, we can continue to give of ourselves, and that, I really believe, is what Francis wants us to do, particularly looking after those who are most in need the most care in society, not to be on a pedestal, not pomp and power, but to be a simple, humble shepherd of souls.
Yeah, that sense of humility, a constant thread I'm seeing and hearing today. When it comes to the change that Pope Francis was and was not able to bring to the church, he elevated the status of migrants, but was not able to elevate the status of women within the church as much as he would have liked. How do you assess the change that he brought?
This has been a revolutionary pope in many ways, just in his nomination of cardinals from the peripheries where he's lived, the nations he's visited, not the traditional powerful nations. And certainly in terms of women, it's a work in progress. We do need to remember that Pope Francis has appointed to top positions here in the Vatican women, including very recently as the governor of the entire Vatican state, a woman. So in many ways, this work is unstoppable now. Pope Francis has made inroads in such dramatic, revolutionary ways that it's going to be very difficult to turn the tide back. And I think that's a good thing.
Oh, we appreciate you joining us from Rome with your insight, Monsignor Anthony Figueiredo. Thanks for your time today.